Hi everyone. So I'm gonna go for a run around Albert Park now. It's about 7 k's from where I live to do the full loop. What I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna wear the weighted vest today. I'm gonna stop and do about 5 sets of 20 burpees during the run. I might do some one-arm push-ups as well at some different stages, and maybe some squat jumps. All right, so what I've decided is next Tuesday, I'm taking my vehicle to the mechanics, and there's a particular mechanic I go to that's happens to be 45 k's away from where I live. So next Tuesday, today's Monday, in 8 days from now, I'm actually gonna drive to the mechanics and I'm gonna run back. So I'm gonna do my first marathon, all right, just having to travel back from the mechanics. So it's about a 45k run. What I'm gonna try and do is for the next 7 days, just do the best I can to increase my running capacity. So by doing this 7k run now, and I've already walked this loop earlier today, that'll be about 15k's for the day, and adding some burpees and some squat jumps into that run is just going to add that extra kind of fatigue that I'll feel when doing the 45k run next week. So I'll do some footage of what I'm about to do on this run. I'll film the burpees, maybe the push-ups and the squat jumps. But yeah, this is going to be starting today, my training for a marathon in 8 days from now. So let's tune in and see how it goes. All right, so what I like to do when I go for runs without the vest is stop for about 10 or 15 minutes and actually just do some mobility work. So what I'll do is I'll try and get the camera set up here so you can see some of the movements that I do just to loosen up my hips, my knees, my ankles, my spine and my shoulders. So it might be a bit boring, but here we go. All right, so I've just done about 10 or 15 minutes of mobility. Just did some rows as well, where I go under the bike rack and pull my chest up to it. I did some one-arm push-ups as well, 20 of them, just on a bench, all right, not on an incline, just so just for the first set the load was reduced. I didn't do any damage to my shoulders. So what I'm going to do now is 50 burpees. All right, I'll do this somewhere else on the run as well. I don't want to stop and film it 5 times, so I'm just going to do 2 lots of 50, and I might film later when I stop and do some rows and some of the 1-arm push-ups. So 50 burpees coming up. Here they go. Alright, so doing that just made me realize I haven't done anything of high intensity for a while because the pain down my throat is severe, and that always happens when I haven't done any type of interval training for a while. So if those burpees were any indicator of how this marathon's going to go in 8 days, not good, but I'm quite confident
in my running ability at the moment, and burpees are not a direct sign of how good my cardiovascular fitness is at the moment. Burpees require a particular kind of fitness, the ability to deal with lactic acid. It's that 5-minute threshold, how hard can you go kind of stuff, and you can train that through specific targeted training, such as doing more burpees. What I'll probably find is if I do the next set of 50 burpees in any more than 15 minutes from now, I might not get this kind of pain that I have in my throat at the moment, because I have experienced this a lot of times, and usually when you do something again, you haven't done it for a while, you get an initial shock, but then your body kind of remembers how it used to cope with that pain or with that particular stimulus. And I wouldn't be surprised if when I do this again in 15 or 30 minutes after running and some one-arm push-ups and some rows, that those burpees actually are a bit easier the next time that I do them. So I'm going to keep the run going now. I've done about 2Ks and 50 burpees, about 10 or 15 minutes of mobility work. I won't film the next exercises, maybe one of them, but I'm going to do some one-arm push-ups now and some rowing, and then towards the end of the the run, I'll do the last 50 burpees. Alright, I've just finished my third set of rows and the one-arm push-ups. Bit of a run now for maybe a K or two. So I've just finished my fifth set of rows and one-arm push-ups. Probably a bit over 100 rows I would have done, and about 60 one-arm push-ups. Now I'm going to run for a bit, maybe a K, and then I'll do the 50 burpees. Alright, so I'm about to do the second set of 50 burpees. I made the claim before that it'll probably feel easier than the first. Not so sure about that now, but I'll keep an eye on the time. It took me about 5 minutes to do the first 50. I feel like it's going to take me about 5 minutes to do this 50 as well. So we'll see how it goes. Alright, I started the 50 at 5:48. It's now 5:52, so either 4 minutes, around 4 minutes that took me. So it's probably slightly quicker than the first time, the first lot of 50 I did. I just paced myself a bit better from the beginning. And I think, like I said earlier, now that I got that conditioning already, and that kind of conditioning, like, I don't know the biology behind it, but the second set or the third set of high intensity, for me anyway, it's always better than that first set. That first set, you're kind of flushing out the stuff in your body that doesn't need to be there. Your body's priming itself in that recovery period of that 20 or 30 minutes that I talked about. My body was recovering from that higher intensity 50 burpees at the beginning, so that when I got to this 50 burpees now, everything was ready to go in my body, to knock out that set of 50 at a quicker pace than the first set, despite having just ran about 5 or 6 Ks, despite having done the one-arm push-ups and the rows. So yeah, what I'm going to do now, there's a pull-up bar just before I leave Albert Park. Going to stop there and do just a set of normal pull-ups, set of normal dips, and then just a jog back to my place, where that's the end of this training session. Alright, made it back. Started to get some cramps in my legs towards the end then, so hopefully a bit of recovery now, and another run tomorrow to try and build up to this marathon. Let's go.